Kylian Mbappé has just won $70 million in court, not from a transfer, a signing bonus, or a new deal, but for unpaid wages from Paris Saint-Germain. This ruling comes after one of the most high-profile and expensive contract disputes in modern football history. A labor judge in Paris determined that PSG had withheld wages and bonuses owed to Mbappé during the final months of his 2024 contract. Remarkably, the court's award almost exactly matches Mbappé's initial claim of $64 million, highlighting how closely the law sided with the player. Mbappé's lawyers argued that PSG simply failed to pay him for work he had already completed, a fundamental principle of labor law. The court agreed, concluding that the club had no legal justification for withholding these payments. This case wrapped up an 18-month-long standoff, a period filled with tension, broken promises, and accusations of psychological pressure. According to Mbappé's legal team, this was never about drama or making headlines, it was purely about receiving what was contractually owed. PSG, of course, did not take this quietly. The club mounted a strong defense, filing a counterclaim worth $515 million. They argued that Mbappé's free transfer departure had cost them potential revenue from a transfer fee, pointing specifically to a $300 million offer from Saudi club Al Hilal that Mbappé rejected. PSG also suggested that there was a verbal agreement for a wage reduction during his final months. However, the court dismissed these arguments, emphasizing that without written documentation, such claims could not be upheld. To truly understand the stakes, it helps to look at Mbappé's career and his impact at PSG. He joined the club from AS Monaco in 2017 in a transfer worth $210 million, instantly placing him among the most expensive players in football history. Over 7 seasons, Mbappé became PSG's all-time top scorer, led the club to 6 Ligue 1 titles, and played a pivotal role in PSG reaching their first-ever UEFA Champions League final. His influence on the field was unmatched, and his marketability off the field made him one of the most valuable athletes in the world. During his time at PSG, Mbappé's performances consistently drew global attention. From his blistering pace and technical skill to his ability to score in crucial moments, he became the centerpiece of the club's ambitions in both domestic and European competitions. This level of impact also meant that every decision about his contract carried enormous financial and reputational weight, not just for the player, but for the club as well. The legal battle began in the final months of 2024, as negotiations over the last portion of Mbappé's contract soured. Reports indicate that there were repeated discussions about bonuses and deferred payments, but PSG allegedly failed to fulfill their commitments. The dispute quickly escalated into a full-scale legal case, with Mbappé claiming unpaid wages and PSG countering with claims that the player owed the club for his free transfer exit. This back-and-forth drew intense media scrutiny and became a case study in how elite sports contracts intersect with labor law. Even though footballers are often seen as extraordinarily wealthy, labor law still applies. The court's decision reinforced that principle: no matter how high-profile the athlete, or how financially powerful the club, contracts must be honored. Mbappé's lawyer stated that this ruling sends a clear message to all professional sports organizations: contracts are legally binding, and attempts to evade them can have serious consequences. For PSG, the ruling is significant not just financially but symbolically. The club has said it respects the court's decision but plans to appeal, signaling that this legal battle may continue. For Mbappé, however, the verdict is a validation of his team's argument: even in elite football, labor rights are enforceable. The financial implications of this case are staggering. To put it in perspective, Mbappé is ranked among the world's top 10 highest-paid athletes by Forbes. Time magazine has also recognized him as one of the 100 most influential people globally. His income comes not only from his club's salary but also from endorsements and commercial deals. And his on-field achievements are equally remarkable. In December 2025, Mbappé matched Cristiano Ronaldo's record by scoring 59 goals in a single calendar year, a milestone that underscores his extraordinary talent. This case also sheds light on the immense pressure elite athletes face. While the headlines often focus on their wealth and fame, the reality involves complex negotiations, contract disputes, and the constant scrutiny of the media and fans. For Mbappé, pursuing this case was less about public attention and more about ensuring that his rights as an employee were respected. It's also worth considering how rare such legal victories are in football. Clubs often wield enormous power, especially in Europe's top leagues, where financial stakes can run into hundreds of millions. Players challenging their clubs in court is uncommon, making Mbappe's victory a landmark precedent for other athletes who might face similar disputes in the future. Mbappe's departure from PSG in the summer of 2024 on a free transfer to Real Madrid instantly shifted the financial balance of power. The transfer reshaped not only PSG's strategy but also the wider European football landscape, as Real Madrid secured one of the most talented players in the world without paying a transfer fee. This move, combined with the labor court ruling, demonstrates the growing influence and autonomy of elite players in professional sports. For Kylian Mbappé, the $70 million court award was never about drama, it was about principle. No transfer fee, no bonus clause, no sensational headlines. Just a legal confirmation that the work he had done merited payment. This case will likely be remembered as much for its legal significance as for its financial impact. In the end, Mbappe's story is a reminder that even in the glamorous world of professional sports, rules and contracts matter. It shows that persistence, legal knowledge, and careful negotiation can protect even the most high-profile individuals. For fans, the headlines might focus on the money or the records, but for Mbappé, it was simply a matter of fairness and justice. No transfer, no bonus clause, just $70 million that PSG was legally obligated to pay. For Kylian Mbappé, this wasn't a story of drama. It was a story of standing up for what is right, and in doing so, reinforcing the importance of labor rights, even at the pinnacle of global football.